Well, hi everybody. I'm so glad that you could join us tonight. We are excited because we have one of my very, very favorite people on this planet. I always tell him that, and I really do mean it. He is literally one of my favorites,
but
right,
I never
Vance?
get tired of hearing it.
Mr. David Warner.
Yeah.
And so we thought that we would like to share with you the musicians behind the song. So often you'll hear a song on the radio or you'll have your playlist and you go through it and you hear all these great songs and you hear these great musical parts. And nobody knows anything about the musicians on the recordings. You always know who the lead singer is or maybe who the lead guitarist is, but you really don't know anything more about them. And we are such fans of the artist community and the musician community, and we love to highlight people and we love to highlight their talents. And so with this, we just thought that we would give you a little sneak peek of the musicians that blessed us really by playing on this song and bringing it to life, and that's exactly what they did. So we're going to take a minute. I would like to throw to Vance first and just give a shout out to you, Vance, because when the song was given to me just in rough form, it was like I got the melody and the first verse and the chord progression, and I was really excited about it because I just felt like it was very like a complete thought, like kind of all in one. And when I brought it to you, you got excited about it too. And then after I went to bed that night, you stayed up and really just kind of took the song and brought it from what was just like a piano vocal, kind of a beautiful rough idea of it, and you polished it and you put in a whole string arrangement and a modulation and the second verse lyrics and all the stuff that you did with it was so beautiful. And then you did B3 on it and you did a bunch of musical parts, and talk a little bit about that because you really brought this song to a whole new level.
It was a ton of fun, and like Michelle said to me, like it wasn't something that we had to work at a lot. Everything kind of fell into place. I said, okay, well then let's call right now. We're going to reach out. We're going to get the top musicians in the country that we can get. At least we're going to reach out to them and give it a shot.
Right?
Our wish list of musicians that we could try to get. First thing we heard, both Michelle and I was like, we got to get David Warner on cello on this intro because he's just there. We just hear him there. It's going to be amazing with him on it.
Yeah, and the backstory to that, like David and I have done multiple things together. I've got to sing and David's got to play for numerous songs at the Crossing, and we've just done some other musical projects with some other clients that have come here. And so we have kind of a lot of back history. So we work together really, really well. And I always tell David, like, for sure, he's one of my favorite people on this planet. And I really do mean it. And so just to have you on this song, a song that was like, it's not someone else's song that we're doing, like, you know, it was like super close to my heart. It just really made it very, very special. And so if you guys don't know who David Warner is, number one, you've been missing out. So I'm so sorry that you don't know who he is, because he's amazing. Where have you been? But man, you are so talented. I don't want to embarrass you too bad, but there's something about you, David, that your heart when you play is so strong. And I feel like this is how I feel, and you might not feel this way, but I feel that God he's given you an extra portion of something special that when you play music, it's really
It's called
beautiful.
the funk sauce.
The funk sauce. Does God make funk sauce?
Way to take a beautiful sentiment and just turn it into that.
I got to slap the stuff on it, man.
I was like getting teary-eyed there, but I'm so serious. I really feel like you have an extra portion of something
funk sauce, very
special, and it comes out. Like everyone that hears you play is like, I love that guy. I'm like, I know, I do too. And so you have that. You just have something special. And what you're doing with your instruments on this song, he played violin, viola, and cello, multiple tracks. I mean, just gorgeous. It sounded so unbelievably good. And you've got patents going on instruments. You are an innovator. You're a creator. Yes. Like he's made this wonderful instrument called the harp cello, and it's got strings all over the front of the cello that harmonize and resonate, and so when you play it adds this harmonics and reverb and just this beautiful sound, and that is your innovation.
That is my design.
That is like boom. And so you've got a patent on that.
I do.
And you're working on a second patent.
I am.
And is that the one with,
Well,
tell me
we can't
about
talk about what
it's
that one
so
is.
secret,
Because
okay.
if we talk about it on a public
Oh,
forum,
that's
it can't
true.
be patented.
It can't be patented.
So you don't
we
get
won't.
to hear about that.
That's right. Only
but
the
there's
one that was
very,
patented.
very fun stuff coming.
Tell us a little bit just about your thought process on the song.
Yeah, so when writing the song, when it was originally sent to me, it was just piano and voice. It was a very raw recording of it, and you know, coming up with a part, coming up with multiple parts to it. Because I think that you'd only asked for cello, but I decided I was going to bring three.
You brought everything, and I
all
loved
of my
it.
instruments.
I loved it.
So you know, coming up with the different parts and trying to think what I wanted to play. And normally, whenever I get a song, you know, I want to just play as much as possible over top of it, because every song needs more cello. But this particular song, though, the lyrics were so beautiful, and the melody, it got stuck in my head immediately. Which, as someone who does what I do, that tells you that you really need to back off and stay out of the way. You need to be very much decorative in the background of the piece, as opposed to being a feature. So it was constantly reminding myself to, you know, stay out of the way a little bit, to wait.
That was brilliant.
I mean,
how you worked the title of the song into
back,
that, David.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
And to do less and to stay out of the way and to really be more kind of complementary to the piece, rather than, you know, have cello be something where you hear it and you're like, there's cello in that. It kind of blends into the fabric a little bit more, and then doing the violin and the viola as well, not pulling attention, because having all of that going on, it can get very busy and it can get chaotic at times.
Yeah, and you didn't get chaotic. Like it just is so beautiful. And right on the top of the song, like right when the song starts and that cello comes in, it just, something literally just, like your guard goes down and you just go, okay, I'm gonna listen to this. It's so beautiful.
You know what I love doing about your cello is, like, because I didn't do it the last time we tracked you in the studio, but that one that you made that has all the reverb on it,
yes,
with the things in the front.
The harp cello.
We need to experiment and put that mic, not only one right on the whole of it, but one way up in the ceiling.
The room mic.
And the room mic really opened it up.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was the sauce on this one. That was the funk sauce.
Yeah.
And then all those string lines double just was very cool, man.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopping between 3 different instruments in the studio, going from
They're
cello
so sized,
from here,
so
and then violin, tiny, and then viola the same, but a little bit bigger.
You are so good. I would be like all wrapped around. Like there's no way I would do that.
I have to fully rewire my entire mind when I switch an instrument.
Yep.
Yeah. It'd be like me playing piano keys this big, and then going to some this big, and then this big.
And then that
big.
And then this big.
Yeah, and then one where you have to run across the room to hit the low end.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what was that? Tom Hanks. What was that movie?
Yes, on the big piano on the floor. It was big.
Yeah, see,
big.
that's what I'm talking about.
I've seen some of those floor pianos. There's cool stuff with this.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's
And so I can't imagine you not being on the song. I can't imagine not having met you a few years ago when we met. Like, how cool is that?
Yes.
I'm so excited. And so I want to talk about a couple of the other musicians too, because we've got the drummer that is on this song is Jose Pepe Jimenez, and a lot of you know him because he is a local here in Las Vegas, and he plays with Santa Fe and the Fat City Horns.
Yeah.
He plays with Santana. He's done things with Mark Anthony. He's a professor actually at the University of Las Vegas, and so he's got tons of Las Vegas credits. You've played with him, you know Pepe well.
Yeah, and he's played in like every show on the Strip.
Oh
like,
my goodness.
All of them.
He's like the guy that gets the call, right?
Yeah.
And so many people have told us you need to work with this guy, and you were one of those people that said that, among many others. And so Vance, you were just like, we might as well reach out.
Reach for the stars, man.
Reach for the stars.
Get the biggest
best.
people we can get, you know. He really stayed out of the way, kind of like David was talking about, and kind of let the song breathe. And a great statement to say is that great musicians that are seasoned professionals typically, there's a saying that says, play the song, don't play your instrument, but play the song. And that's exactly what Pepe did for sure. He really, and then man, when you hear the drum track in the song, you're like,
it's
so good. And then the call out to Norm Stockton, Lincoln Brewster's bass player,
Can I just say Norm?
Norm.
Really loud, yeah. Norm! Like, we were so excited. We've known Norm for quite a few years. We do a lot of the same conference stuff where we're clinicians, and he is also. And so we've bumped shoulders on and off with Norm throughout the years. We've seen him also touring with Toto. We went and saw Toto when they were here in Vegas, and he was their bassist. He teaches at Biola University. He's got DVD bass instructional videos, and he does tons of stuff online, instructional stuff. So if any of you are interested in bass and just watching a master play the bass, man, just look up Norm Stockton, because he is incredible. And his first introduction into the song Wait
I was telling David about that earlier. How's it? How that one, you'll hear him just go, boom, and then bring in Pepe right with him. He just does that bass line
right
so
into
cool.
the second verse. It just lifts that song up.
He's like, okay, here I come.
Yep. It takes you on a journey for sure. Can we talk about Russ
Letitia.
our buddy?
A 15-year runner with us.
Oh
We've
my
known him
gosh.
for a lot longer
Oh,
than in Reno.
20-something years.
20-something.
Yeah, he's been working with our studio for, we started Shepherd Studios in 2003, and he has been recording stuff with us ever since then. So it's been nearly 20 years that we've had him in and out of the studio, and he's just a good friend of ours, man. We can call him, and he is always there. He gives the client exactly what they're looking for. He's so tasty. He is gritty, and he just plays with such passion and such heart.
I would describe him as a mixture between Pat Metheny and Neil Sean.
Oh, for sure.
A very tasty, singy,
Absolutely.
melodic solos, and, but then aggression and speed and dynamics when you need it. And
yeah, he's great. He plays with so many different artists in Las Vegas. He's just got a gig with the Righteous Brothers, starting to do that, and so many other players and people of big name. He is just all over the place, and so for us to get Russ to be on this song was an honor and a blessing. And so with those guys, with David, Vance, Pepe, Norm, and Russ, I mean, wow.
Dream team.
Yeah, it is literally the dream team. And if I could just package them all up and just always have them, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. But we're just excited to share with you guys all of these great musicians, and the fact that they pour their heart and soul into the song. It's not just about me. It's not just about, oh, Michelle Shepherd has a song. It's like a piece of their heart is there, a piece of David, a piece of Vance, and each of these guys, because their emotion as they're laying their tracks and what they're thinking about and how their approach is to the song, just like what you so eloquently said earlier, just makes that song into something that it wasn't before. And so I'm so thankful to highlight these guys and to have them on the song, and I hope that you will just look them up, and that you will be blessed by watching this video. And if you're a musician, we just want you to be encouraged, and we hope that you get highlighted and spotlighted sometime for doing what you do. So just thank you so much for being here with us, guys, and we hope you guys have a blessed weekend, and we'll see you next time.
see y'all later.
Bye.
Ping pong.
And now, ping pong.
Corona ping pong.
Corona, COVID-19
Ping pong.
Oh! That was the first one. Okay,
do it.
are you ready?
Yeah.
Come on! Here we go. I got you already.
Not that ready. I used a very old cello from 1880 on this recording, but the violin and viola, they had the. I can't talk. Cut it out. Trail it off at some point.
This will
I'm
be
not
a blooper.
scripted.
This we'll do another one, and we'll have like bloopers like that you can watch.
bloopers.
Oh, yeah.
There
But
you
what's
go.
cool is we can cut that right where you
We
messed
can go-
up, and we just put it right.
Hatchet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
so
yeah. I demand a script.
I demand. I need a prompter.
Okay, so the King David.
Right? Who lets me leave the house without a cello in my
Oh
hand?
my
Who did
gosh,
that?
I know. Who did that? Wow.
I don't have words. What am I talking about?
Your cello, your harp cello with all the
we're gonna have
fancy
to cut
strings.
a lot of
The
me
fancy
talking out of
schmancy
it.
little strings on the front. It's like a harp, but it's like a cello.
So you got to set the question up again.
Oh.
We should have
Group it together.
Let me figure out
Give
what
me-
exactly what am I saying? What am I
Yeah, what's he
saying?
gonna say?
Wow, wow.
I got a script prompter for you, bro.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Because
Look it
I don't know words.
You know, when I read those, I'm dyslexic, so everything is backwards. I like
He
to
can't
toss
do
words
script.
back and forth.
Oh.
It's like
It'll go like
It's
that.
a beautiful thing.
Yeah. I have a dyslexic guy right here. I got a guy that can't speak over here.
I
I don't know
can't
what
read.
we're doing on this video, but apparently,
Who decided I
don't
should be
know.
in front of a camera? Belong behind a microphone.
look,
That's
this
it.
is the brains, this is the beauty, okay? This is how
What?
we're going to run this thing.